heading straight, actually, believe it or not, right into our hot match.
All right.
Rambo, we have Cyberstorm and Dinoco, the number 1 and number 2 seed, and... Oh, come on, Dinoco. The knife round strategy!
It's an ambush! Indiana Jones style.
Backstab!
Popping out of the corners. Here's Napalm. Oh, man, that's a fun knife round right there. And it's Dinoco who do win it. The strat works, baby. Strat works. I mean, this last game, you said in the heat of Group B, and you couldn't be more right. We've only had one map, but I just feel like it was so intense and so much buildup, and it left me wanting more. And more is what we're about to get with what could be another very close match between two heavy hitters from Group B right here. Cyberstorm and Dinoco, both notable in the history of these events, and both notable to us for the players that are on the server right now. In particular, keep your eye out on to Austin and Lecht, who have been making a lot of moves in the last little while in the NA scene. Not only that, we got Spudomatic on the server, Fi.
Yep, Spud returning back to Brentwood for hopefully yet another pop-off performance, but he's also just going to need to bring the heat himself come this event, and he's been armed with dual Berettas. Best option to do it, but maybe Jackie has something to say here. For the side of Dinoco, he'll open up on the MJB, and now a cave swing right onto Lecht. Cage as well, a 2-for-2. Pinstripe in the kill feed. A 2v3, where do you go with it? You still have the bomb in your grasp, the smokes to follow. Flashbangs, though, going above Pepper, and he does not have any blindness to him. He'll hit the shots, too. Austin, though, 1v1 now. He finds this. It's now a 1v3 turn 1v1, believe it or not. He fakes the plant. Trying to fade out T-Bach, and he almost gets a T-Bach armorless. One bullet will do the trick, and Austin will find himself a 1v3 for Cyberstorm.
With 6 HP remaining, Austin to finesse that 1v1 in the end. Cyberstorm bring it down to the wire, but yeah, like they win a 2v3. The pistol round goes their way on the T side, and it looked nice from Pepper. That first shot was clean as anything, but Dinoco still fall. So, Ancient coming into the tournament for the first time. And if Cyberstorm can rack up some terrorist rounds here, it could have huge implications.
Be pistols out for the most part for Dinoco. A bit of an eco, but a lot of upgraded pistols is what's worth mentioning. So you can run a little trap setup into cave. Right now, MJB is just going to slow walk up towards the B ramp. Trying to make sure that no one overextends. Get themselves a little bit of a foothold, a staging area for the walk into the B site. Lecht able to deal with one of these pistols. And even the flash in. Pepper fully blinded up. Just ran down. Confident play right now from Cyberstorm. Guys, Spudomatic, if you had a 5-7, I'd give him a better chance there. But it's just Jackie 1v5. And so Cyberstorm get off to the start. You know, I actually was able to spectate them playing on this map prior, back in FRAG Chicago.
All right.
When they were playing against a notable pug mix known as Fragging for Jason. Long time. But
Okay.
Cyberstorm were, you know, in a little bit of, got themselves in a little bit of a rut. They had themselves, they were down at like something along the lines of 14-6 or something along that, and they started to stage a huge comeback, but ended up losing 16-14. That's just the nature of CT side Ancient, but that was months ago. But it is very much the same team. It is Arctos, MJB, Lecht, and Austin. Just Napalm joining the front here. Good start on the T side means everything on this map of Ancient. So if they can get things started on a gun round like this, and maybe, but Dinoco are here to play. They're here to win. That's for sure.
Yeah, the presence in mid now, pretty well established, and Lecht does take advantage, being the player furthest up. A lot of map control gained off of that kill, and if MJB can find one here, at least even finding the info is so good as they lean their way over towards A, where only T-Bach waits for them.
Yeah,
T-Bach
on only a FAMAS.
Not moving.
And he has to be so paranoid with so many angles. They could be in spawn.
Yeah.
They haven't really been watching this. T-Bach, even they're coming up from A main too. He'll find a 1, but no way. He comes so close. 99 damage onto Arctos.
4 HP on Austin and 1 on Arctos right now.
It doesn't
But
matter.
Austin gets one anyway, baby.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much HP you have if they aren't looking your way.
Yeah.
Pepper will season 1, but 2v3 is not a very doable retake. Napalm does get aggressive, does get flashed in a spawn, but time
There was a
running
grenade.
so low.
You could maybe find an easy pick. Napalm does go down, but
Wait
yeah,
a
like you say,
second.
there's no time.
Wait, Spud
no
has the
time.
kit though. Spud has the kit. They're not gonna keep going for it.
Yeah.
It would be quite the gamble if they kept on going with that. So backing away. 3-0 start for Cyberstorm.
Yeah, good for Cyberstorm to get this start. They got a bye in the first round of Group B, while Dinoco were feasting on chicken and waffles. 16-4 was that match off stream. And now they face up against each other, but Cyberstorm definitely not looking stiff. Not looking rusty at all in these first opening rounds. We have the gun round coming out now, but it is going to be a FAMAS for T-Bot. So where do they send him? A little bit of aggression up mid. Jackie backs away.
Jackie has a little bit of one way to play with. They missed
Yeah.
their house smoke here. The thing is, they're putting so much attention on a mid right now. Spud is out in the open. MJB capitalized. I love the contact play from Cyberstorm on their first real full gun round. In essence, just a contact play up the ramp. Oh, but the thing is, the lack of contact play does have its cons to it, but still 2 kills come through. 2v3, so many low HP bars. If T-Bot, he gets the 1. Still left. Still does go down. MJB, though, finds the headshot. Now Cage spotted out. MJB versus Cage, 1v1, but Cage not aware of MJB in the corner. 4-0 start on T-side Ancient for Cyberstorm. A genius call to walk up ramp.
Again, your heart's got to go out to Dinoco, who keep doing so much damage to Cyberstorm players, but leaving them alive with under 10 HP. And yet, it's the call from Cyberstorm, the contact play, the immediate molly into Temple, the fast presence onto the site after they recognize the setup. And yeah, Spud left with so much responsibility playing around that pillar. And if you get your head taken off, it
Like
destroys the entire setup. Exactly like that as Spud now falls. There's
Oh
Austin
my.
with more. Austin starts to show how he has made a name for himself over the years. 5v3 now.
You know, the biggest thing from Cyberstorm, we wait, Jackie. Right now, the biggest struggle from Cyberstorm when playing against Frag for Jason is that they were just outclassed in terms of firepower. But so far, they've been handed 1v1 duels, and they've been passed with flying colors. That is a nice shot. You are not getting your hands on an AWP, I should mention. 5-0 start for Cyberstorm.
Yeah, here come the guns again for Dinoco, and they need this one at this point. We're talking about T-side. Ancient. We're talking about Cyberstorm just getting off to an absolutely amazing start. And as you say, you know, these rounds are close. There's definitely a chance for Dinoco in a lot of these situations, but Cyberstorm just have that slight edge each time it happens. And it's been mostly B that they've been playing around. Once again, Presence does head over there. This time Dinoco are putting 3 in that area with just Cage and Jaguar there.
Oh, MJB though. Oh my. More than just a little low. Very low. Extra wall banks. MJB down to 8 points of health. Cage even going for extras. Now running out of bullets. Artos? Did he just spam him back? Yeah, he did. Artos had enough of that. Pepper, though, will drop Austin in the end and drop a smoke as well.
Arctos the Exterminator removes the pest that was Cage. It's a 4 versus 4, but MJB, as you say, has taken that early damage. Still, there's a good amount of sort of presence now that they've cleared out that player in Jaguar, and here come the smokes. It's going to be the B lean, but will Pepper be able to get ahead of this? Going for it now, and there's Spud already trading 1. Pepper goes out. They do not expect another player, and that's the 2-person spray down as the reward. It's MJB with 8 HP up against 2.
1v2. Knows where one of these players are.
Yeah.
But the op is just not favored in this kind of fight, even trying to go for the extra wall bang. Who knows? Maybe he goes back to B short and tries for it, but switching between guns. Get that op out of there. Could just, he could just save it, all things considered.
Wants to go for this.
That is a possibility, but he's going to run in with the Tech 9, and T-Bok is going to have him dead to rights. So, that's the round
cool,
finish there for Cyberstorm, 5-1.
Yeah, 5-1. Finally, Cyberstorm get themselves up on that scoreboard here, and it's off of Pepper and Spud playing around that pillar. This time, there were two players. They had somebody to back Spud up when he gets the 1-for-1, and Cyberstorm not prepared for that whatsoever. They're put back onto pistols here. They're able to buy up armor for most of the players, and it's over to A.
Here we go. Fast Russian. Really fast. But where's the molly? There aren't. And T-Bok above the smoke just gets ran down. Jackie, though, very powerful position in Donut, as well as Pepper is joined next to him. So Jackie and Pepper can just laser down 3. There you go. Joined by Cage as well. The rotates are there for Dinoco. Entry found, but not fast enough.
Yep. Solid anti-eco from Dinoco. Cyberstorm, we look at their money now. Spent a little too much to get a full gun round here, and so it's going to be another sort of half buy coming through as Lect potentially setting up to buy the op next round. If we kind of take a look at that decision not to buy armor here. Did Jackie just
oh my god. Nade damage. Team damage. Everything. And now even the swing comes through from Cage. Dinoco have had enough. This funny business. Pepper just swinging from the red room, and Austin is KO'd.
Just a stir fry in mid right there. Dinoco with 3.
That was violent.
Yeah.
Rated PG-13. I mean PG. What is this? Counter-Strike is a G-rated game, right?
Yeah.
Rated
it's
E
not
for
real.
everyone. Say again?
It's not real. We're just playing. It's just a game.
Right.
It's a game for everyone.
Yeah, it is a game for everyone. Why aren't all games for everyone? Oh, okay, hold on. This game is maybe just for Cage. Holy, going in towards B short. Almost had his hands on 2, but in the meantime, it's also Jackie from Donut who just drops Napalm, and Pepper now joining together. This Cage setup, though, they ain't ready for Cage. Double kill found. 1v4 for Elect. These rounds have been going so quick. Knife through hot butter right now, and well, I got the metaphor mixed up right there, Wes.
You know what?
But hot butter is pretty easy to cut through anyways.
A knife goes through hot butter just as easily as a hot knife goes through butter. So I'm gonna give you that one for sure.
You know, it's not the first time. In fact, it's probably like the 5th. I've just said that metaphor wrong so many times that that's what it is in my head.
It makes sense.
A knife through
hot butter. It still makes
butter.
sense. Knife through hot butter.
Hot knife through butter?
That's the one.
Yeah, but who has a hot knife?
That's true. And who's using it on butter? Not me. Telling you right now.
The biggest thing is who's gonna out there like microwave their knife. Actually, don't microwave.
Please do not put your knives in the microwave, folks. This is not a cooking instructional video.
Yeah. Look, we're gamers. We don't cook, but cooking is Austin. He's cooking players. Oh, perfect. Ooh, spam there from Pepper. Knows exactly where the plant spot is. Austin, I've seen him do this in my pugs and on his stream, but I don't see him do it against Dinoco. 5 rounds straight, right back for the CT side.
That's the sign of a superstar right there. Does it the same on LAN as he does it in the pugs. You love to see it from Austin, and Dinoco have got themselves even. We're back on guns here. T-Bok, I believe that's the first unsilenced M4 we've seen today, if I'm not
Unbelievable. Mistaken. This man is a champion, a hero. He plays life on hard mode. That is one of the mollies I've ever seen thrown. MJB pushing up towards this B site.
First in, past the molly here.
Yeah, he's past the molly right now, and he might just have a player pinned in towards the back corner. They have mollied out this position before, and they might do it again. No, but Spud in towards the corner. It's actually Cage to find both the kills. Spud does eventually get ran down, but Cage inside a cave. Finding problems. The wall bangs. Oh my. How close can it get? MJB finds Jackie. And now inside the smoke. Napalm right next to T-Bach. But the flash fades first for T-Bach. And T-Bach will end up getting both of them. Full house between T-Bach and Cage. You know, it's like Mario Kart. When you're, you know, the lightning power-ups. And when you're waiting for the car in front of you to stay small. Right, and your car becomes bigger, and you can go faster first. That was that situation between Cage and Napalm there in the smoke and the flash. The flash faded first for T-Bach.
It just looked so confusing what I just saw. Man, I did not remind me never to play against Cage in a pug, because this seems like an absolute nightmare to play against this guy. I would be tilted off the face of the earth. He's pushing out through Jaguar. He's coming back to support on B as well, just spraying into smokes. I love the way he is playing, but it's Lect now, and up through mid once again. Cyberstorm have done this once before, where they put far presence, and it's always Lect up through. What hit Lect there?
That was his flash. That was his teammate's flash.
The teammate flash. Okay, so not going to do what they wanted it to do, but it wouldn't have hit anybody anyway. So still 5 versus 4 attack setup. They're just taking map control everywhere.
Oh, T-Bach.
Okay.
Finding that Lecto caching lurkers left and right. Cage now next up inside the smoke. The biggest thing here though is Lect finds Cage. That's big. Yep. Also, I should mention that Austin has just walked onto the B site and has called it entirely clear. In fact, he might have a chance. He won't be able to shoot Pepper in the back, but Austin will be able to call this B site clear. So Lect goes down, but they're just going to run the bomb into B.
Yeah, exactly as you say. MJB hears that call, walks right over with
Austin,
the bomb.
Ooh, Austin isn't providing the best cover right now, I shall say. Pepper has a 1v1, and look at the sword spawn. Oh, what a flick, though, on T-Bach. And Austin dispatches of them both. Got a little interesting there, but Cyberstorm keeping this one level.
I love that from Cyberstorm. I love the presence that they're able to get deep into the map on multiple fronts there, with Lect going far, far, far to up mid, and Austin as well playing the extremity. They recognize Dinoco as passive on B, especially on the outskirts. They recognize that some rounds they ended up backing off of mid pretty easily, and so they're taking that space without question. And they get themselves equal once again.
Alright, just read some chatting between the two teams, but how about some fragging for Austin? As they absolutely blast right through. Cage now, next up, T-Bach 2. And a 2v3 is what stands, make it 2v2. Brought back from a 3v5. Just in the back lines, T-Bach gets shot in the back. How more unfortunate can it get? And now, 1v2 remaining here for Cage. Pushing up towards spawn. He almost transfers the spray over to Arctos. But not quite there.
And once again, Group B proves to be the far more competitive side of the bracket here. So close between these two teams, just the same as before. But the thing is, we're talking about T-side Ancient. We're talking about Cyberstorm just being able to take so much map control. The real story begins when we switch halves.
So, all right. But this is, I mean, 7 rounds of T-side Ancient is already a lovely start. But how about this? A mid push. I mean, Lect does get his one. But it's T-Box Negev that is just establishing the laser beam right now.
One of the few actual tactical uses of a Negev. Just completely denying that portion of the map with the spray down, using every
Austin
bullet
again.
in the clip. Yeah, so good here.
Oh, but Pepper's actually no. Oh, Pepper's just slipped on by. Austin again has kind of let his teammates down. Pepper still can get himself a second, down to 19 though, and Austin. Oh, he's just cutting off all the rotates right now. Pepper does go down at the end of it. Austin still just relentlessly aggressive. 2v3. T-Bach gets spammed through the smoke. Austin don't care. Spudomatic. 1v3, and I think this round is cooked, and it certainly is 8-6 right now. What I was laughing at in an early round, now that I have time, is Spud in one of the rounds where, you know, MJB just sprinted through a molly, and Austin also just lurked through the entire site. Spud typed in chat, "Are you fireproof?" and Austin typed back, "Yes." So, kind of, you know.
They're in their heads a little bit. Showing off
That's
their
for sure.
superpowers. Yeah, and I like what you mentioned about Austin getting far up. We'll talk about that later, actually, on B, because now we've got an A hit here.
A hit.
They're all running into T-Bok, who finds one with the op. Close up. T-Bok's got an opportunity, but it's MJB, the better sniper in that 1v1. But Jackie is here to support. Austin trades that out. T's are still just fine with this approach.
Pepper right behind the smoke. Is he going to go for spam? He is. He's looking for Lect, but Lect planting in a different position. And in the meantime, MJB deals with the flank. Pepper, though, trying to transfer the spray and to combine with Spud, he can. But MJB knows where both of these remaining players are. The spacing, though, not quite perfect. MJB had a chance, but no. Instead, we stay as even as we can get at the half as Spud clutches out 1v1. 8-7 is where we stand, but 8 rounds on T-side Ancient.
Yeah.
For most teams is more than enough.
So much of it is off the back of Lect and Austin getting those deep positions that we keep talking about. What I was saying before, as we got a moment, is this B hit where Austin goes deep and isn't covering that temple entrance, isn't keeping his eyes on that pillar. He's sacrificing that so that he can be more present for those rotators who are coming in. And we saw it pay off a couple times. Just the trust that you've got to put in your teammates to do their own thing on the B site main area while you take care of what's coming at you is just so lovely from Austin. I just really like that idea from Cyberstorm, and it ended up working out. Possible that it could be punished by certain teams, but Dinoco just weren't able to make it happen against that setup. So we'll see what they can bring to the table on this T side, this infamous T side of Ancient here, as Dinoco are stacked up right outside the B site.
Oh,
and the
3 players coming up through the
that.
platform right now, too. Jackie combined with Lek, MJB 2, but Jackie couldn't hold on. He only got a 1. 2v3 right now. Still, these players are still trapped out towards the B short side. And Spud, oh, could he be ready for Austin? Certainly ain't. Austin looking to turn it to a double. But Cage is going to frag right back. 1v2, sprinting now towards this A site. Cage will be able to at least smoke Molly and get himself the plant to establish this 1v2.
Cage has been such a nuisance up against.
Sprinting back in Donut, unbelievably looking to take both kills here. Up close, 1v1. Armorless is Cage and still taking brazen gunfights. Now playing behind the box. Lex certainly knows, but Lect is also armless, but he wraps the entire site silently. Cage was waiting for an opportunity to swing, but Lect is able just to take the fight right to him. And Cyberstorm with a CT side pistol round. Now they can get this game in the palm of their hands.
Yeah, very nice composure there from Lect. And such an important round. With Dinoco moving all over the map in that particular bout. And Cyberstorm off to the races now. Dinoco with the force back in. They got a couple of rifles here, as well as a couple of upgraded, well, an upgraded pistol. Cage even on the AK, finding those kills early. And they're going to do more of some sort of default with a couple of different areas watched right now.
Oh boy, flash goes in. Napalm, though, blinded up, but they don't check their corner, and MJB has got his cover. They were prepping for trying to catch out the aggressors, but just simply not enough. Chances missed here for Dinoco in this force buy. Just a 3-on-5 and tucked behind the smokes right now for Dinoco. Arctos is playing a very risky angle, but as a smoke fades, his teammate is the bait. But Cage just found a collateral AK shot, but here comes the flank of Austin, and he's gonna wrap up the round, put a bow on it, as Cyberstorm reached double digits.
Yeah, I mean, weird little shot there. I don't know how Lect was found there by Cage, but as you say, they were way behind in that round to begin with. So Dinoco on their force buy do not get anything. They leave 3 players alive and now end up on basically a full save right here on their T side. And have Dinoco done all they can on Ancient so far? Have they run out of steam? These rifles likely to take the cake here in round number 18. It's Austin playing the same spot that Cage was, getting a lot of damage from that spam.
Yeah, but Austin relentless aggression. This is how you play the CT side of Ancient. You just keep crunching in, and Austin even pulls out the Deke to drop Pepper. 11-7. Cyberstorm just don't stop.
Austin atop the scoreboard right now, 23 kills in 18 rounds. The hype was not exaggerated, it seems, as Cyberstorm, the favorites overall of this group, start to prove exactly why that's the case. So far, not giving up a single CT round. We're back on guns. Dinoco have a very important task right now. This is a must-win in the grand scheme of things, if Dinoco want to start mounting some sort of response here.
Yeah, still the full guns rocking, but that's great from Cage, catching A main aggression. In fact, they're continually fighting for A main right now on the CT side. Austin, however, pushing out towards the window, gets a peek in the middle, and now I had to realize he might have some hostiles close by. Oh, Lecto running out the middle of open with the knife in hand. And T-Bach is going to capitalize 3v5. Austin has a lot to do, but, well, maybe nothing to do. As they're just going to surround it. Just go right around him.
Look at A site, just wide open right now.
Empty. It's gamble stack B.
Yeah,
they're going to save.
Fully responded to this gamble. And yeah, once that plant goes down, as you say, hard to argue against a save at that point. So, just as we say, this is a critical round. They do manage to take it. Yep. I mean, in any sane world, this signals a save from the CTs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like the forward stance that Cyberstorm is bringing to the table, but right now Dinoco are able to bite back in a lot of these situations. Trying to bring the aggression into A main, Dinoco are just waiting for it. It's not that the Dinoco haven't been really committed. They didn't really play their hand on round start. And so, as a result, Cyberstorm make a little bit of an error in that respect, running right down in towards their spawn. Austin is dead. That is unfortunate times 10. Cage just finds it's like, oh, hello.
Why are they set up like that? Guerrilla warfare, but they're facing the wrong way. They don't have that spot covered at all. So Dinoco, they do go up to 8. They do get the round they needed. So much of this is off the back of Cage getting critical kills. Spotomatic told me earlier today, Cage is on demon time. Keep your eyes on him. And that's exactly what Cage is showing here on Ancient.
Still holding on right now. That's for sure.
There's the
middle. Oh, that flash is going to hurt. Right now, also sprinting up is Jackie. Holding for some sort of aggression right now. No one playing on the A side. Everyone committed to mid and B. And now Jackie will get spammed through the smoke by Austin. A great way to find a trade for Cyberstorm. Not afraid to go for a little bit of smoke spam. And you're going to be seeing the turtle back up to the B ramp. But what Dinoco think is that there's one player has to be at least committed to A, but realize there are 0 people committed to A. Doesn't matter. Tasking out. Cage finds MJB. And this is a 3v3 post plant.
Wide open plant, too. Didn't even end up in the default spot. Just went as close to that B main area as they could and then backed right off. These 2 players deep behind the B site could be the key here.
Oh, Napalm's going to push back in. They're in the back lanes. Napalm finds one. Not ready for the next. Those Pepper lines up 2. We're now 1v1 between Lect and Cage. He needs to get his... He didn't pick up the kit. He didn't pick up the kit.
No.
There's no time here for Lect. He needs to get the kit and get out. And, well, get the kit. Will he get out? I think the answer is yes. He will survive this bomb blast.
Yeah.
And so Dinoco creeping back into this one.
Even if he did pick up the kit there, they just delayed for so long. It's a great hit there from Dinoco. It looked like Cyberstorm had the positions they needed, but that pick from Cage into Temple was so, or pardon me, not into Temple, into back sight was so critical right there. Just completely opened up certain angles that Dinoco could pounce on, and they've managed to get into the other side of back sight at the same time. So Dinoco look good on the attack. There's no 2 ways about it. These gun rounds have been clean.
Now it's going to be pistols running it down, at least for the CT side, Arctos is going to be forced to scamper on away. Right now, I mean, right there for Dinoco, it almost turned into a misread in that round. And the fact that they tried to go up ramp, but realized they were about to realize that they were running into the entirety of the opposition. But when you're able to find out MJB like that, even while going into a 3-man B stack, could have been much, much worse. Arctos spots a player jump up into Temple. Could be communicated over to his teammates. A gap in that smoke, but also has the gap to work with, and what a spray transfer there from Spud. Arctos will get the trade back, but that's all there is to say about that. Dinoco clean up the anti-eco, and again, they're creeping back into this, win this gun round, and all of a sudden, I feel like Dinoco are controlling the game.
Yeah, they seem to have so much momentum, but they're playing these, they're reacting exactly to what Cyberstorm are doing, and this time, they just go into a free site, pretty much. And you saw, even there, even when they had it set up and when they had such an advantage, Cage was still lurking through mid. Cage was still going to be a nuisance if it was required. In the end, Spudomatic just sprays him down straight up, and Cage barely is needed at all. But, again, Cyberstorm taking control of mid on CT. This isn't something that their opponents were able to do. As they were taking control of mid on the T side as well.
Oh, man. This is a risky game that Napalm's playing, and yeah, that's why it's risky. Spamming your entire mag right next to someone who could possibly hear it and peek off the reload. MJB is inside the corner. Austin, though, left as well. Arctos in middle. Relentless aggression from the CT side. Spudomatic just next in line. Everyone going for swings for the defense.
And after that punish on Napalm, they just did not manage to use their player advantage. Cage finds one. There's trigger discipline. Oh, that is so good from Cage. The spray transfer is immaculate. And Cage is put into a 1-versus-1 against Arctos.
He doesn't have the bomb, though.
Bomb is over at B.
The thing is that Arctos doesn't know that he didn't have the bomb. Or maybe he does.
I don't know what info there is. I don't know if he knows where Arctos might be playing from.
Arctos is going to go hunting. I like this. He's just going to make sure that mid's clear. Now he has to know that Cage is committed to one of the two sites. If he starts making his way into B, Arctos could work this one out, but he's gliding back to A, and he's about to get a sorry reminder how this is going to work. Cage clearing out all the corners. Molly goes through. I wonder if Arctos hears that. He does. Now the jig is up. 1v1, Cage versus Arctos.
No utility for either player. This is guns only. Cage is on 48 HP. But the plant is wide open, Fi. Cage has so many options here.
It's mind games right now at this rate. Bomb halfway ticked. And Arctos just has to make a move. He has no clue where his opponent could be. And now he's not looking away to spawn. He walks right into Cage. 1v3. And these are the rounds that Cyberstorm, that just kick them while they're down. They're losing hemorrhaging rounds so quickly here.
Look,
they're looking like they can take over the game, bring down and get the economy going, but then a 1v3 to sit you down. Dinoco are looking to take a lead.
Cage is the rifler from hell, dude. That is unreal. Dinoco, as you say, even it out. Put Cyberstorm onto the eco, and it looks like they are just in full control right here. Austin gets flashed away. Dinoco are just running rampant on Ancient right now. And, you know, CT sided be damned. Jackie going in. Jackie burns up MJB, but does end up getting traded. There's Austin to shut down that aggression. Maybe a little too hypey right there.
So looking for tags. Like, this is still not an undoable round. T-Bok is in an isolated and exposed position. Right now, Cyberstorm do have to make a concerted effort. They need to make a commitment. No hesitation right now on the rotate to maybe deal with this player. Looking to maybe stack up the B site. Napalm is low, though. This should be an easy one for T-Bok. Looking just away. Napalm doesn't go down, so still holding 4-on-4. And they're actually able to stack up the A site. T-Bok down to 31. And now getting wrapped up. And Arctos also finds T-Bok. Lecht still fighting out. He has armor to work with, and Austin going for smoke spam. Deals so much damage. Pepper also hits the dirt. If they can pull an eco off here for Cyberstorm, maybe. Spud, though, looking for frags while his teammate is just looking to book it back to the B site. But hesitation right now.
What are you
for
doing,
Cage?
Cage?
He's going back and forth, running B. Spud is just here to do whatever he can. 22 HP. Surely he falls, and he does. But now, 18 seconds. 15 seconds, but the jig is up. Cyberstorm realized that he's going to be, there's already going to be players in position, and he's gonna plant in the open too. He should be a dead man to the hands of Arctos, and he is. Cyberstorm pull off an eco.
If Cage hadn't doubled back, if Cage had just committed to the rotate, that bomb goes down for sure, and Cage gets away, potentially for another 1v2. But instead, the indecisiveness punishes Dinoco, and Cyberstorm take the lead once again. There's plenty of money now for Dinoco. They can get back into this with a buy. But what a way to lose your momentum in a round like that. Just a straight up unforced error.
12-11. Still holding on for Cyberstorm. That gets them back in it. We're still getting a competitive game out of this one. That is for sure. Our 1 and 2 seeds providing all the entertainment.
I don't know if my heart can take another 15-15 fight.
I can't take another draw. In fact, it wouldn't really stay on my heart, but it would make my heartbeat really slow down.
Yeah.
Right now, lining up for the execute. Spud. He should have all the utility just to throw from this one area at the same time. Jackie goes for a swing, but a huge kill from Napalm to just stifle the entry immediately. 3 versus 5. Napalm readjusts his position, catches off Cage, who gets himself the double kill. I thought he was a dead man. He might still be a dead man, as it's Lek to line up the double kill at 13-11. Finally, Dinoco might be forced to bend the knee as Cyberstorm begin to speed forward.
Yeah, Dinoco are now broken. They don't have much of a loss bonus. You can see the money right there. It is not good right now. They potentially can scrape together a buy, Dinoco, but it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be a lack of something, whether it's utility, whether it's high-quality weapons, or whether it's armor. Dinoco are up against it, and even with such an epic run in this T-side, Cyberstorm have regained control. They've got everything they need right now, and they are pushing up mid. Look at this. T-Bok gets traded out. There's Arctos. Now Napalm's going to push again. Napalm is going to peek up against 3 again. You do not want to do this, or maybe you do! Napalm rains it down on them. Napalm with a 3rd. Will he get the 4th? Not quite, but MJB to finish it off, and it's 14 for Cyberstorm.
I can't believe it. He lines up a double kill just off a straight dry peek. He just picks his timing perfectly when they line up together, and Cyberstorm now taking this one. Napalm, just as they're in transition, finds the instant kill onto Spud, and then Pepper is just a bonus. Then Cage up close for trading. Everything falling into place for Cyberstorm, and now Dinoco have to take their first eco, and I cannot remember. Sprinting, just a fast A-side hit. They have no flashes to stop the off of MJB. But MJB missing shots could provide some interesting things. But there goes the full mag spray down from Arctos, and Lek joins the party. Map point for Cyberstorm.
Just an absolute Hail Mary for Dinoco on that pistol. Doesn't result in a single thing. And Dinoco now, potentially their last gun round right here. And it just seems like these maps have so much on the line when it's this close.
Last buy potentially here for Dinoco to work with, and plenty of cash for Cyberstorm to ride out any sort of rainy day that hits them, if any. Could possibly be thrown at them. Jackie, 3 players in, but the short swing, it could get punished. Napalm, though, again, good on spray downs. This man is so good at holding down left mouse button. Electra's going to catch the mid lurk at T-Bok. 2v4, and Cyberstorm with this are looking to gear themselves up, but Cage has hit a timing, and Spud is holding his own. Spud gonna get 2, no, but Cage has found his way in through the back lines.
Cage has done this before The 1 versus 3.
Bomb is still in spawn though right now, and oh, MJB could have just ended it on the spot, and then he will. He'll take a second swing at things, and it's gonna be Cyberstorm taking the series 16-11. Unreal.
What
from
a
them.
map.
How do you
What?
stabilize from just losing the game entirely? You get an eco, and everything comes back into it. What a great game of CS we got today.
Unbelievable. 2 back-to-back, just incredible matches, but this one might have been the best. Ancient might have just delivered us the match of the tournament, the map of the tournament right there. So much fun to watch Dinoco claw their way back. Just ratty plays, just playing off of each other so well. Fast executes. It was this game had everything, man. Amazing stuff.